Hi everyone, I hope that y'all are doing well today. I wanted to pop on here and do a tutorial showing just some simple page layouts that you could make with some of the things you received in your kit. And the first thing I wanted to do is take some of this beautiful napkin and cut it up. I thought I would do some decoupage into the journal, and I've done it before, and I did a tutorial like maybe a year or so ago, so I thought it's about time to do another one. And I thought that this napkin really matched our theme. You know, we're kind of doing like a spring theme, and so I just loved the colors, the butterflies. And so this napkin, it has 3 layers. So I peeled off this layer here, and instead of throwing the other layer away, I'm actually going to keep it because I have an idea of what I want to do on another page layout. So I'm just going to go ahead and, just kind of trim it down to what I want to show on there, and then I'll use the Mod Podge to apply it to the page that I want to. So that page is done. Now let's move on to the other page layout. I really like those bold colors from that napkin. Just adds some little pop of color here and there throughout our book. So on this page layout, I'm using the yellow receipt and just tearing it off. And you just kind of go with how you feel of how long and how wide you want it to be. And that's how I'm deciding on how I want to tear it out. And whenever I glue it down, I'm only going to glue the side of it because I want to use it as a tuck spot where I can just kind of tuck a little tag in there. And then the blue flower ephemera piece, I am cutting that in half so that I can use one part on one page and then the other part on the other page. I like to have the pages coincide, match each other. It just kind of helps it flow better as far as a theme or just kind of matching it. It just looks better to me. So that's what I'm doing here. And even using the paper receipts, it just adds a little bit of color here and there throughout the book. So I want to go ahead and add some of this paint. You knew it was coming. I wanted to add some of this heavy body acrylic paint because I absolutely love it. And a little bit goes a long way on this. It is some thick stuff, and I really just love the color of it. I thought it matched really well with our theme for this month. And so I'm just kind of spreading it on. And the way that I like to spread my paint on, I don't want to just make like a block or a rectangle. I want to have certain parts of the paint spread out wider in one area and then maybe a little skinnier in another area. And so that's kind of just how I like to do it. And I'm going to go ahead and paint both of these pages so that they match. And which, as you can see as I'm painting here, on the other page, that's where I did a little fold over for our pocket. And so that's coming through. But I actually like how it's looking. So with the other part of the napkin that we did not decoupage into our journal, I want to go ahead and use it here. You can still see a little bit of the color from the flowers and the butterfly. It's really light, almost like a light watercolor painting, if you will. And so I thought it would look good over the darker color of the paint. So for this page layout, what I want to do, instead of having everything run vertical, I want to have a part of the layout running horizontal. It just creates some contrast, some interest, so that everything's not the same. So I actually found in one of the pages of this book, when I thinned out the book in a previous tutorial, it had some bees, a couple of pages with bees on it, which, I mean, when does that ever happen, right? And so I thought, well, hey, that would work perfect. I'm going to go ahead and use that. And then it also has, you know, some white space around it in case I wanted to journal around that image. So before I get too much into the layout, I want to go ahead and use my stencil and shimmer mist and spray just to have a little bit of the stencil peeking out on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down the picture with the bee on it. Go ahead and just glue that down. At first I had an idea I might do like a flip up or a flip out, and that's a creative idea as well. That way, if you do want to utilize more space on this page or create a pocket or a tuck spot, that is something that you could do as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and glue mine down. And then, like I said, I've got this space if I want to do some journaling later around it. And then I still had some of that yellow receipt, so I'm just tearing it in bits and just going to glue it just kind of around in different places on the pages. And I'm not applying glue to the whole piece because I want to use it as a tuck spot. And then I took one of the journaling cards and cut some of the words off of it, and I'm just going to glue those on the pages too. And then I just tore a piece of washi tape and I'm going to apply that to the top of that just to kind of add a little bit more color, interest to our page layout. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. It was fun making several page layouts, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions at all. Thank you so much for watching.